Hi, this is Maheen. I'm the CEO of Maheen the Globe, a Seattle-based independent media company covering global stories and perspectives. 2020 has given all of us a really hard time. According to a survey conducted by Kaiser Family Foundation, more than half of Americans, 53%, have reported some stress or worry related to the coronavirus times. And that number has actually gone up from May to July by 14%. This week only, COVID-19 deaths surpassed the 200,000 mark. That is not an easy fact to digest, and we get to see it on our television sets every day on news. People have lost their jobs, their insurance, their therapy options, if they had any. I can give my personal example. If you're a runner, you couldn't run outside anymore. If you're a dancer, you couldn't dance in group classes anymore. How do you self-heal or self-soothe yourself when you're cooped up in your houses all day long? Many people have resorted to alternative medicine, and that's not a new phenomenon in America. According to Pew Research Center, 50% of Americans have used some form of alternative medicine, whether it's energy therapies or herbal remedies or acupuncture. Today we have Katy Harrison, a Seattle-based Eden energy practitioner, joining us from Chicago, and she's going to make a case for energy medicine. Welcome to our wellness panel, Katy.
Hello.
So Katy, for those who don't know, what is energy medicine?
Yeah, so energy medicine, we're starting with the energy part, right? So the energy is varying frequencies and vibrations, and that's something that makes up our body. It makes up the natural world around us. And these frequencies can get jumbled up. If we think about it in the terms of like a song, the frequencies in music and sound vibration, these the harmony might be out of whack and it might not sound very good. So that's what our energy is doing in our body when we're feeling sick or we're feeling off or we can't focus. And then bringing in the medicine part of energy medicine, it's using energy as the medicine to help calm the frequencies and bring them back into a coherent and bringing them into harmony so that we can create a space for health in the body.
Got it. How is energy medicine any different from Reiki? That's like something that many people are using in Hollywood and even in hospitals right now.
Yeah, so Reiki is actually a form of energy medicine. So the specific modality that I work with, Eden Energy Medicine, would be different from Reiki in the way that Reiki is more of a passive form of healing. And so the Reiki practitioner would allow the energy to do what it needs to do. And Eden Energy Medicine, the modality that I practice, is more of that active, focused energy where I'll be more of like a detective to find what's blocked, because in Eden Energy Medicine, we know that the innate healing capacities in the body, there's something not working right. And so we can go in there and help move those blocks out to create that healing space in the body that can happen naturally.
Very cool. Do you have any demos to show us how it works? You did a couple last time and we had the best time, and people who watched it also practiced it at home.
Yeah. So one thing, one really foundational piece in our energy system is to make sure that our energy is crossing over in the body. And so that's what it comes down to, right? Is the right brain talking to the left side of the body and the left brain talking to the right side of the body. So we want that energy to cross over. And one really easy thing you can do is take off your glasses if you have them, and you just draw figure eights on your face around the eyes. And this activates a couple of acupressure points that go through some of the meridians on the face, which are just channels of energy. And it also crosses the energy over right here in the brain. And you can just do that a couple times while taking some deeper breaths and kind of tune inside into your body. And for some people, they might already be crossed over, so they won't notice a change. And for others, it can be a pretty profound thing. And actually, for a lot of autoimmune clients, they will know, undoubtedly, they will probably not be crossing over, and their energy will be going more up and down. So that's the first thing, is just getting things crossed over.
That felt good, except my makeup's all smudged, which that's fine.
It's okay. It was very soothing, and it's worth it.
Yeah, awesome.
So how many times should we do that, just for those who are practicing at home?
For me personally, I like to do it until it feels done. And but you could set a timer, maybe do it for 2 minutes, 1 minute, 2 minutes, or you could, do it 8 times. 8 times figure eights. And if you're going to do it by the feeling, usually for me, I'll yawn, or I'll naturally take in a breath, because it's telling us, the body's signaling us that something is balancing, the energy's moving, and there are a lot of ways that people are signaled that energy has moved, and those are just 2 of them. So
Got it.
yeah.
Got it. Love it. Love it. All right. So when I interviewed you, the responses that I got were so awesome on some of the stuff, and I want to address them. One is that you give online classes. So that was really interesting for me. So when I think of energy sessions, especially the pictures that you shared, I think of it as a very physical and interactive thing, where you're essentially using your hands to heal people. So how do you do something like that online when you can't really touch people or interact with them in that sense and move energies around physically?
Yeah, so in the online sessions, I've basically changed the way that I'm doing a session. So normally it's on a massage table, and there's the laying of hands, like you said. And in an online session or class, I will guide the client through self-healing exercises. So in a session specifically for them, it would be, we address what's coming up for them and what's going on in their life. And based on the information they give me, I know that there are particular energy systems that might help address those things and get to where it's stored in the body. And then I teach them how to move it themselves. So they're learning tools. One, they're getting a session, they're getting a treatment, and they're learning how to go through that. And 2, they walk away with tools that they can work on themselves when they feel the same way again. And they're starting to get more in tune with their body. That's the other thing too, is that I really enjoy in these online sessions, is that I'm able to help people tune in and start to feel energy more than if they were less engaged in the healing.
Got it. Got it. All right. So Tessa has a few questions for you as well. So Tessa, go ahead.
Yeah. Many people feel that energy healing helps them in regard to mental and physical wellness. Is it a placebo? And if not, why does it work so well?
Yes, this is a great question. And I think probably a lot of people have the same question out there. So it's not a placebo. We do know that it's not a placebo, but there are certainly placebo factors in every kind of any kind of healing. You go to the doctor, oh, I'm taking care of myself, this is going to help me. And so there's always that kind of placebo factor. With energy medicine, energy healing therapies in general, there have been studies done on the placebo effect, and it clearly is showing that there are things happening biologically, physically, physiologically that go beyond what the placebo can do. And specifically, there was a study done with some pain management, and overall, all the people who were in the participated in the study, their pain levels consistently went down. And for the healer practitioners who were more experienced, the pain level went down even further. So it's pretty cool. And I'm sure there'll be more studies done, but there's already a handful of them out there, which is really exciting. Yeah.
Nice. Lisa, you have another question?
Yeah, speaking of research, what research is out there that says that energy medicine can cure tumors, improve immune function, and alleviate fatigue and inflammation?
Yeah. Okay. So this is a big one, right? So cancer, tumors in general, right? There's, I would say, for like the second half of the question with immune function and inflammation, I've seen firsthand go down in a session where I was watching a session, and there's a woman who had broken her leg and her inflammation was pretty gnarly. And by the end of the session, it had significantly increased. So I've been able to like see that one with my own eyes, which is pretty cool. And then as far as like immune function, that's something that in Eden Energy Medicine we're treating all the time, and helping boost the immune function with the meridians. And I won't go into specifics, but for the tumor research, I know that there has been a study done with mice. There's a man named Crinsley Bankston, and he did a study with mice where with breast cancer, and the mice who were treated, there was a control group, so there was no energy healing done with the control group, and with the other group they did 1 hour of healing on the mice for 30 days in a row. And for the mice who received the healing, the tumors were completely gone, and the mice lived a full life.
Wow.
And with the other mice that were in the control group, they died within the predicted amount of time when this cancer would take their life, 100% of the time. So then this study was so amazing, the results so remarkable, that they repeated this study, I think 3 more times, and still got the same results. So super cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, really exciting for energy medicine.
Nice. So right now with the COVID-19 situation, everyone's a little hesitant in doing in-person sessions. I was wondering what your practice is doing to make sure it's safe.
Yeah, so I'm seeing clients in person, and we wear a mask, and I'm cleaning, and I have a fancy air filter running, so things are cleaning out the air, and we always wash our hands before getting started. So I'm doing that with a survey at the beginning that asks, okay, where have you been? Are you following the CDC guidelines, et cetera? So that's what I'm doing for my in-person practice. And then also I'm doing those online sessions where they're still the same length of time, but as I was explaining before, the style is a little bit different. So that's also an option.
Got it. I've always been really curious to know like what therapists and like energy healers, what they do to self-soothe or self-heal themselves besides doing an energy session.
Yeah.
I'm wondering what do you do, Katy, to relax yourself?
What do? I do so many things. I do self sessions. I'll do like a full session on myself sometimes, which is great. I also go to receive sessions, and then for like everyday things, I do the small exercises that I would teach to anyone. So there's one where you can just put your hand on your forehead, and
Do it.
yeah, it's great. It brings the blood back into the forebrain so you can think more clearly. And it's a great, this one you can do it for a short amount of time. You could sit and do it for 20 minutes, as long, you can do it for a long time and really you can start to, if you feel energy, you might start to feel like a pulsing in your hands. And then another really great one I do is called the hookup. We call that the hookup in Eden Energy Medicine, where you use your middle finger on the third eye or between the eyebrows.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other middle finger goes in the belly button. And then you push in a little bit and pull up. And take in a couple of deep breaths. And this one it's called the hookup because it's connecting the central vessel and the governing vessel, which they're both meridians in Chinese medicine. One runs up the front of the body and connects to the back of the throat, and the other one comes from down at the tailbone and up around the head and connects here, the back of the throat. So you're connecting these two meridians together, and then they cycle around. I know this is detail, but it becomes the microcosmic orbit, and it helps protect us from our environment.
So it's so interesting, Katy, that this first one that you showed, me and Tessa, we did it a week and a half ago. We had a crazy news day, and we're like, okay, we need to breathe. We need to decompress. You know, we work in a really fast-paced, crazy newsroom. And it really helped. We did it for just 2 minutes, right, Tessa?
Yeah.
It was really nice. Really nice.
Cool. I'm so glad. Yeah, it's a great one. And you don't have to think, anyone, you can do it in public. No one's going to think you're weird if you just hold your head.
Yeah.
That's good. So something that I've been doing, and I'll ask Tessa as well, is just a meditation, quiet kind of a practice, because I have a 2-year-old toddler too, and it gets chaotic. I just take out like even 5 minutes or 10 tops. On YouTube, there's so many different meditations. If you've forgotten stuff that you did in yoga class, that has really helped me think more clearly and be more focused, especially during fragile times. Tessa, what has worked for you?
I've taken time to try and incorporate meditation into my daily routine, where I just sit or lay down. I don't know which one is more effective, but I just try and be present in the moment and really block out all of my external stressors and other factors and really be present to ground myself.
Awesome. Well, Katy, we're just wrapping up. If people want to look you up or want to do like an online session or in person, where can they go?
Yeah, so I have a website. It's energykaty.com, and Katy is Katy. And you can also find me on Instagram at energykaty.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for your time. Enjoy Chicago. It's raining like crazy in Seattle right now. It's so dark. I'm loving the sunshine on your face.
Yeah, it's sunny here. I'll be here for a couple more days, and then back home to Seattle.
Gotcha. Well, thank you so much for your time, Katy. It was really a pleasure interviewing you today, and also for our print.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Nice to see you.